Oh fuck. May not even work. And here they come, ladies and gentlemen, the Rochester Junior Americans are going to take on the Rochester Aces. Game starts in just 3 minutes. Amherst looking to come back from a very awesome yesterday's game against the Amherst Knights. Rochester lost 5-0 in that game, looking at a big win here. At Lakeshore, we got a back crowd. We'll see you in 3 minutes. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, in just a moment. The Amherst and the Knights looking to get the face-off ready. Starting goal for the Amherst is Aiden Tressel. After the handshake line, we'll get going in just a moment. In Lakeshore, Rochester winning a face-off from the point, trying to get the puck out of the zone with Jordan. Jordan trying to regain control, but it's back to Burrett. Moving it into the Aces zone. Bringing it up the ice. Through one, and now here we go. Fitzgerald, guy they got to worry about the most, gets through one. Can get through the rest of them. In the far corner, bringing it up the ice is the Amherst. And here's Jameson Pylon. Pylon moving in, puts it in front. Tipped wide of the net, back for Jordan. Jordan going behind the net. And they're fighting for it on the corner. Back for Mantell. Mantell from the point, couldn't get the puck. And is brought back to the Amherst zone. 14-13 to go in the period. Rochester gets the puck with Pylon tipping it out the zone. Back into the Rochester zone, fighting for it along the boards. And they'll get it out with Jameson Pylon. Back in front to Kane. Kane trying to get it into the Aces zone with Pylon. And he does, but it's quickly brought out by the Aces. Aces along the boards looking to get it up the ice. Neutral zone, still fighting for it. Is Kane. Over the red line goes the Aces with the number 88. Quickly moving in with Schneider. Schneider might have a step here. Schneider moving in quickly. Has the lane. Shoots. Over the bounce. It is in. He scores. Schneider gets the first goal for the Hammers. And they're up by 1. Unlucky bounce for the Aces. And the Hammers get the first goal of the game. Schneider getting the first goal, but here's Lawton. Lawton looking to do more here. Number 95 for the Aces trying to get the puck, but it's centered back in front. And the Amherst give the puck away. Back in front for Mantell. Keeping it on sides for the Amherst, bringing it in. Has Lane. Couldn't get there in time. Aces bring it back out. Moving it over the blue line. Schneider fighting for the puck along the boards. Now here we go, Jordan. Jordan back and forth for Lawton. Has a lane, shoots it wide. Looking back around for it. Wraparound attempt for Lawton, but it's pushed back in front to Schneider. Schneider might have a lane again here, but it's pushed back to the point for Mantell, who keeps it in. Mantell pushed back in front. Couldn't get there in time. Schneider again. Another shot from Mantell right into the glove of the goaltender. .12:37 to go in the period. Amherst up by 1. And we're back underway here. 12:36 to go. Burritt from the point with the face off. A quick shot right back into the glove of the goaltender. Face off won by the Aces. Top of the left circle trying to get there to Wilson. Trying to keep it in now, but Mantell's back there. Quick shot from the point, looking to center it. But here's Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald with speed the other way for the Aces. And he might have a step here to get there in time. And another quick shot from the point, saved. Couldn't get there in time. Another shot in front. Couldn't get there. Another one in front for Fitzgerald. Couldn't get it away. And trying to get out the zone, but it's kept in by the Aces. 11:50 to go in the period. Pushing it back in front. Thorpe trying to get out the zone, but it's back to Burritt. Burritt in front. Trying to get it out. Fitzgerald along the boards. 15. Back behind his own net. Pushing it to Wilson. Wilson trying to get it out the zone, but nothing Amherst. And we can't really see what's going on in the corner there. What is brought out by the Americans with Wilson. Wilson trying to dump it. Couldn't get there in time. Keeping it into the zone. It's pushed back to the neutral zone, and they might have a step here. Trying to get it out. Pushed back in front of the net, going wide. 86 back in front, Jordan. Trying to get out the zone for the Amherst. Neutral zone, recovered by the Aces. Aces trying to find a wide open man in front. Toretto getting the puck. Going back into the zone, and it's offsides. 10:53 to go in the period. Amherst, first goal of the game. Face off in the neutral zone. And it's more wide the aces. Soto comes out with it. And Rossi trying to fight for the puck. Rossi moving through the ice. Back to Jameson Pylon, who gets there. Pylon trying to get the puck back to Jordan, and it's put back to the point. Fighting for it along the boards is the aces. Amherst getting to it. Another quick pass in front. Quickly covered by the goaltender. Puck drop. We're back underway. Amherst in the aces zone. Pushing it behind the net. Trying to get there. Soto gets the puck, but Pylon in front. Trying to get there. Not in time. Pushing it back along the boards. And Jordan comes out with it. Trying to get back. And now here's Jordan moving into the zone for the Amherst. Right circle. Shot in. And it will be not loose. Or it will be loose. Just behind the net. Covered by the goaltender. And we'll get another face-off as line changes come out. Amherst. Face-off tied up. Along comes out at the top of the right circle. Comes to meet with Kane. Kane in front of the net. Backhander couldn't get there in time. And here comes Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald moving in for the aces. Couldn't get on one off there. Another shot off the blocker. Moving it up the ice. Back with Fitzgerald. Keeping it into the Amherst zone. Push it out. Back to Fitzgerald from the point. Another shot going wide of the net. Pushing it in front. Ace is trying to keep it in, but it's brought out by Lawton. And it's back to the point for Fitzgerald. Neutral zone bringing it into the Amherst zone. Quick shot and then in front. Crossbar and out. Trying to bring it out again. Pushed away off the pan of Trestle. Pushed away from the net for Kane. Right circle. Trying to bring it out. And it's kept in by the aces. Doing a nice job here with the puck. And now it's brought out by the Amherst to Schneider. Here we go. Schneider might have a step the other way. Schneider 2-on-1 with Lon. Schneider and Lon. 1-on-1 with the goaltender. Schneider shot. Good shot. Oh, what a save! Off the pad. Off the goaltender. And keeping the aces in it. Lawton trying to come out with the puck. Going back to the point now with a quick shot from Vincent right into the of the goaltender. And we're back underway here. And we're trying to get to the puck. Push behind the net for Wilson. Wilson, left circle. Trying to push it in front. And there's Thor, but she couldn't get there in time. And the aces bring out the other way. 3-on-2 for the aces. Round one, and they might have a 2-on-1 the other way. Now, quick shot. Right into the goal. The rebound there. What a save by Trestle. Back to the point. The aces. Another shot. Whips on it. Back to Thorpe. And Thorpe is 1-on-1 with the goaltender. Thorpe. Goaltender coming out of the net. Thorpe 1-on-1. The quick shot. And it scores! Thorpe 1-on-1 delivers for the Amherst. And they get up by 2. What a goal. Finding an open lane right under the glove side. And they get another one for the Amherst. 2-0 lead for them. And now here we go. Face off underway. Wilson winning face off for the Amherst. Run by Jordan. Jordan pushing it in. Top of the right circle. Trying to get the puck, but it's brought out by the aces. Wilson trying to keep it in, but it is now brought out. Over the line, Mantell, and it's offsides. Two nothing Amherst says breakaway goal for Thorpe. It's them up by 2. And now here we go. Puck drops. We're back underway here. Back to Mantell. Neutral zone. Pushing it to Pylon. Couldn't get there in time. Number 29. And now here's the puck out by Rossi. Rossi trying to get the puck. Pushed to Pylon wide of the net. Right circle trying to get the puck. Moving in. Mantell keeps it in, and it's offside. Doesn't look like they started the clock there, so we're back underway here. Puck jobs with Burritt. Burritt moving into the zone. Burritt might have an opportunity or Pylon pushing the puck in front of the net. Weird bounce behind it, and it's back in front from Pylon. Now back to Burritt. Burritt trying to get the puck. He whiffs on it, and it will be kicked. Brought in the backhand in front for Rossi, trying to get that in time, and it's pushed away off the toe of the goaltender. Fighting along the boards with the puck, back to the point for Mantell. Mantell brought in for Rossi behind the net. Rossi trying to center it. Pylon couldn't get there in time. Brought up to the number 10, and they'll try to ring it out the zone, but Jameson Pylon trying to get the puck, kept in by Mantell behind the net. Brought to the neutral zone, no icing for the Amerks. Back to Vincent. Vincent back in front. Fitzpatrick trying to get there. It's kept in again. 21 for the Aces trying to get to the puck. Back in front for the Amerks, and it's stopped by Tressel. Now we're going to go back underway. Quick shot from the point. Blocked away, and the Amerks trying to get to the puck. Quick has another one, and is it in? And they scored. Wow. A weird angle goal. Aces get on the board. Cutting the score deficit in half. It's 2-1. And the Aces with the weird angle shot get it in the back of the net. There we go. Fakes off to the left of the goaltender. And we're back on the way here. Aces back up the ice, trying to get the puck. It's back to Lawton. Lawton goes over the blue line and moving in. 2-on-1 with Schneider. 17, trying to get there in time. And it's can't be kept in by the Amerks neutral zone. Pushed back in time to Lawton. Lawton back to Jordan. Jordan moving in with Schneider. Schneider couldn't get there in time. And they're going to try to bring it out. But it's back kept in by Mantell. Mantell open load, shoot. Going wide of the net. Onto the pad. Now behind, trying to bring it out of the zone is the Aces. As the Amerks are going to try to keep it in here. And they do with Vincent. Back for the 97. Pushing it in front, and they'll tip it out the zone. Pushing it back for Lawton down the ice, back into the Aces zone, neutral zone brought out with the 95. Back for Mantell, 45 to go in the period. Schneider, neutral zone, trying to bring it in with Rossi. In his legs and no offside. Schneider from the circle, trying to keep it in. Thorpe going wide of net, trying to get the puck. Good fight along the boards. Back to Kane. Kane trying to fight for it now. Back for Burke. Quick shot going wide of the net. Aces try to bring it out. Meshler couldn't get there in time as it's covered by the goaltender. Here we go, face off one by the Amerks. Pushed in front of the net for Thorpe. Thorpe backhander in front of the shot. Couldn't get there in time. Good defense by the Aces. Back for Thorpe. Trying to keep it in as the Amerks with Wilson. Now back to Thorpe. Another quick lane to shoot. Right into the chest. The goaltender. .458 to go in the period. Amerks lead this one by a 1-goal lead. 2-1 for them. 9 chance again, and Line will come out. Emerson face off back with Kane. Kane to the point for Burritt. Burritt, quick shot. Back for Wilson. Wilson on the tip. Couldn't get there at time. Wrap around the net. Couldn't get there. Back for Burritt. Burritt trying to keep it in, and he does. Back for Lincoln Kane. Lincoln Kane, open lane to shoot. On the backhand, and it's not a doorstep. Doorstep saved by the goaltender. Back around for Kane, putting it in front for Wilson. Trying to get it away from the net. But it's kept in by Lincoln Kane. Lincoln Kane moving in. Trying to get the quick shot off. Going wide of the net with Thorpe. Oh my god, what am I saying? Kane back in front. Trying to get there, but Fitzgerald brings out the zone. He might have an opportunity here moving it into the Amerks end. Back in front. Through one. Couldn't get the shot off. Going wide of the net. 3 down there, and Thorpe trying to get it out. And offsides or not. Late offsides called. Wilson trying to bring it out. Trying to get there in time, but it's right off of Burrett. Burrett might have speed the other way. Here comes Burrett keeping the stick on the puck, and he gets tripped up a little bit there. No penalty called. Behind the net for Rossi. Rossi looking for the wraparound, and it's in his feet. Keeps it. Back in front, trying to center it. Nobody's there. Wide of the net again. Rossi trying to get back. Brought up the ice by the Aces. And the Amherst will try to keep it in here for a little bit of time. Goes through Jordan. Amherst back with Mantell. Mantell moving it up quickly to Pylon. Jameson Pylon might have a step with Rossi. Jameson Pylon. Quick shot off the somebody in front. And traffic stops that one. Trying to get out of the zone. Jordan keeps it in. But the Amherst holding on to this one with hope. And Rossi moving it in through his legs. Couldn't get anything there. And the Aces will try to bring it out. The Amherst keep it in. And they'll bring it out. 2-on-1 the other way with the Aces. Aces might have a step here. On that one in front, the quick shot, the rebound there. What a save by Trestle. Getting back in time. In the corner, battling for it. Back to the point. Aces in front, trying to get the weird angle again. Stepped in. Jordan trying to get back. Push for the Aces in front of the net, but Rossi's there to recover the puck for the Amherst. Push back to Jameson Pylon. Jameson Pylon getting back. Moving it in. Quick shot. Oh, and he couldn't get there. Top shelf save by the goaltender. Push back in front to Pylon. Pylon moving in. 1-on-1. That's a quick shot. And it's another save by the goaltender. Pylon back in front again with Kane. And another save. Coming up big with that one. Icing called. Or not. Or it is not. Finally. What a sequence of saves from the Aces goalie. With 3:36 to go. Amherst, too many opportunities, couldn't deliver. And now here we go. Face-off chop in the Aces zone. Amherst come out with it. Lawton pushing it through the legs of one, trying to keep it in. Push back to Kane. Kane in front from Schneider. Back to Kane from the circle. Left circle trying to keep it in. Push behind the net for the Amherst trying to get control of the puck. But the Aces trying to bring it out. And they do. Over the line. Back in front. And into the far circle. Left circle trying to get there in front through his feet. Getting it out quickly. But it's back to the point. Another shot. Taken away by Burrett. Burrett moving through the zone. Quickly. In front. Burrett takes a shot right off the glove and stepped out of the net. 2:53 to go. Line change. This is the Amherst Podcast Network. Here we go in front. The quick shot, and it's another save. Ryan, the goaltender. And here we go. Amherst moving the face off back to Jordan. The tip in front, and it's another stop. Ryan, the goaltender. 2:40 to go in the period. Amherst still up. Quick pass. Back to the point for Vincent. Trying to keep it in, and he does. Gerald, and it's back in. Here we go, back in front. In their feet. Couldn't get the puck. And it's back to Mantell. Mantell pushing it back to Wilson. Wilson keeping control on that puck there. As it's offsides again. .2:18 to go in the period. Top jobs were underway. Amherst turning the face off back with Mantell. Mantell trying to get there. And it's a weird angle pass from his teammate. Behind the net. Trying to get it out. It's kept in. And now here's Jordan bringing it out the zone for the Amherst. Back with Thorpe and Wilson. Jordan moving in. Speed the other way. Quick shot in front, going wide of the net. Trying to get back his Mantel. From the point is Vincent. Make something happen here. And he gets it to Thorpe. Thorpe moving in with 1 goal this game back to Wilson, who couldn't keep a stick on that one. Wilson trying to keep it in, fighting along the boards. Does for a little bit, but it looks to be almost run out. Vincent trying to keep it in. Does for a second. Moving in with a stick. And it's nice work by the Amherst there, and it's out. Out. 1:23 to go in the period. We're going to face off to the left of the goaltender. Ace's goalie really keeping them in this one. Here we go. Face off one by the Amherst. Aces come out with it though, and they'll have it behind their own net. Pushing it away, out of harm. And Pylon trying to get there, trips him, but no penalty called. Lincoln Kane moving through with quick speed. Kane through one, trying to get there in time. Quick shot up and over. And he scored again! The Amherst get another goal! Mantel from the point! 3-1 Amherst. Amherst with another goal. This one. There we go. Face off still one. By the Aces trying to bring it back in. And now here's like a Kane. Kane might have a step with Pylon. Couldn't get the pass off. And now here's Fitzgerald moving in with 43 seconds to go. Off the ice, trying to get there. It's another shot right into the glove of the goaltender. 34 seconds to go in the period. Back in front. Amherst trying to get the puck off. It's back around their own net with Schneider. Schneider trying to get it out the zone, but it's kept in by the Aces. From the point, quick shot. And it's a weird angle. 21 seconds to go in the period. 15 along the boards. Trying to get something going, but it's brought out by Burritt. Burritt bringing it up and out the zone. Pushing it away. All the way down for an icing. With 9 seconds to go in the period. Here we go, face off one. By the Amherst trying to get out the zone. And it's back in front. Quick lane to shoot. Weird angle again. Another shot. Couldn't get there in time. Rapper out of 10th. Is that there? And that's the end of the first period. Amherst up by 2. Heading into the second. We are back here in Lakeshore Arena. Back crowd still. 3-1 Rochester lead. Heading into the second period. Amherst now shooting from left to right. Hopefully, the hot side of the ice to score on is left to right now. Amherst winning a face-off, trying to get through Fitzpatrick, and he almost gets through the legs of Lincoln Kane, trying to bring it out the zone, and he does. Through one. Trying to get the puck. Nice. Wow. That was a nice pass there. Trying to bring it down. Man down. Back to Wilson. Wilson in front. Right back to Fitzpatrick. Trying to move through. Couldn't get there in time. And he gets it. Wow. Vincent on that stick. Getting it off of Fitzpatrick in time. Back to Kane. Trying to get it out the zone. Now on the way back to Fitzpatrick. For the Aces. Hammering it into the Aces. To the Amherst zone, my bad. Back in front. Trying to get it out. Amherst doing a nice job of clearing this puck here. And it's all the way back to Mantell. Mantell trying to dig through. And he gets offsides at the line. 14-11 to go in the period. Here we go, back underway here in Rochester. And now here we go. Jameson Pylon moving through. He might have a step here. Pylon can get anything going. Centering it in front. Back for Thorpe. Quick shot going wide of the net. Back to Pylon again. Weird angle, and it's covered up by the goaltender. 13:56 to go in the period. Jordan's mad. She can get anything going there. You can see the frustration in my movement. Amherst looking for another opportunity here. Puck drops. We're back underway. And they're fighting for it along the boards. Back to Jameson Pylon behind the net. Back in front. And nobody there. Amherst trying to get the puck, but it's nearly brought out by the 15. Ace is trying to get back there, and it's brought out the zone quickly. Back to Burt. Trying to bring it out. Lifts it over and does. Now here's Jordan trying to get back to the puck in time, but Ace is looking to bring it out here. Back with Burt. Burt pushing it into the Ace's zone. But it's brought out again. Neutral zone. Back in front. And he might have an opportunity here. But Jordan pushes him off. No penalty called. And now here's Burt the other way. Burt moving in. Has an open lane to shoot it. Then he scores! Weird angle! Burt! 4-1 Amherst. What a shot. Beating the goalie. Low glove. What a goal. 13:08. Burt gets the first of the game for the Rochester Americans. And now here's Schneider. Schneider trying to get the puck. That's back to Lawton. Lawton in front trying to get the puck out. And it's back to Lincoln Kane. Now it's offsides. 12:57 to go in the period. Amherst up by 4 at this point. Here we go. Face off. Won by the Aces. And they're going to try to race for the puck. This Mantell trying to get back inside. Trying to get out the zone. Kept in. Bouncing puck. Through him. And Vincent's trying to push him off a bit there. Behind the net goes Lincoln Kane. Kane trying to clear the puck. Through Fitzpatrick. And he gets out the zone. It's a 2-on-1 the other way for the Amherst. Lincoln Kane is Lawton. Lincoln Kane, quick shot. Couldn't get there in time, but it's straight on the backhand. Back to Kane in front of the net. And the defense comes up big for the Aces. Back to Schneider. Quick shot in front off the post and going wide. Lincoln Kane trying to get back there in time. And Vincent trying to get back to the puck in time. Now the Aces might have speed the other way. Can't get there in time. No icing called. Mantell trying to get there. Lawton trying to get the puck, but it's brought back to the point for the Aces. Keep it in, and Lawton trying to bring it out now. Lawton brings it out. Back to Schneider. Schneider has speed in the Aces zone. A quick shot going off the pad of the goaltender. Fighting for it along the boards. Trying to get there in time for Burt. Burt, deflection. Couldn't get anything going with Lawton. Line change. Lawton goes out. And Thorpe comes in. 40 seconds to go in the period. Amherst in front. Thorpe! Quick shot. What a save! What a stop. Spreading out to get that one. And the goaltender gets it. Puck drops. We're back underway. To the point. 4-man talent. Quick shot in front. Going wide up in the net. Fighting for it along the boards. Top left circle. Quick pass in front. Getting there is Mantell with another whiff on the puck. Backhand in front for Thorpe. Couldn't get there in time. Jordan gets the puck at the left point. Trying to push it in front for Wilson. The wraparound attempt. Couldn't get there in time. Puck is loose behind the net. Back in front for Jordan. Trying to get there, but the Aces come out and trying to bring it out their own end. And they do. Might have speed the other way here. Trying to get back. But it's pushed into the Amherst zone. No icing, and Aiden Tressel covers up the puck. Took him a while to blow that one down. Amherst up by 3. Something's going on. Here we go. Rossi trying to get out the zone. Gets slashed by Fitzpatrick. No penalty call on that one. Rossi back in front again for Jameson Pylon. Jameson Pylon moving it through the Aces zone over the blue line, and it's brought out. Back for Lincoln Kane. Kaner moves it through, trying to get to Pylon, but it's brought out by Fitzpatrick. Kept in by Britt from the point. Nice job there by Vincent. Rossi along the boards, trying to fight for the puck here. Pushed back in front. He might have speed. It's a one-on-one. Now Pylon dropping back. He'll dump it in the zone. Around the net. Trying to get there is Mantell. Along the boards. They're fighting for it. Back for Rossi. Tries to get it out. Centering it to the point, and it's brought out the zone. Back for McCarthy. And it's brought in, and it's offsides on the Amherst. 9:53 to go in the second period. Here we go. Face off. Won by Rochester. Lawton trying to get the puck. It's kept in on point. Back for Burritt. Burritt trying to make something happen here. Pushes it through to Schneider. And Schneider might have a step here. Pushing it through. Schneider. Back in front. And it's out. Or not. Kept in. Nearly over the line. Back in front. The shot. Catches traffic. 25 trying to bring it off the zone for the Aces. 9:21 to go in the period. Push back in front again. Trying to fight for it now. Burritt on the boards, moving it in. Back in front for Lawton. Lawton pushing the puck in front again. Burritt in front, trying to get the puck neutral zone. Pushing it back in front to Schneider. Back to Lawton. Lawton might have a step. It's in his feet. Pushing it back in front to Jordan. Back in front again. Schneider backhands it right into the chest of Wilson. 8:49 to go in the period. Amherst up by 3 at this point. No penalties called on either team yet. And that face-off is won by the Amherst. Keep it in the zone. Back in front. The shot right there for Wilson. Good battle there. Going wide of the net. Back to Vincent. Vincent. Top of the circle trying to bring it out. And now here we go. Might be a 2-on-1, but Thorpe drives back and the puck goes wide of the net. Shot by Fitzpatrick. Back to the point. And it's brought out again. Thorpe 2-on-1 with Wilson. Back to Wilson. Wilson, the shot, right into the glove, bouncing puck, and it's loose. Going wide of the net again, fighting for it along the boards. Top of the left circle. Push back into the Amherst zone. All the way down the ice. No icing call. Mantell trying to bring it out off line change. Trying to get something going here for the Rochester Americans. Pushing it in. Mantell. Behind the Aces net. Trying to get back to the puck. Top of the right circle. Aces have it in their own zone. They'll bring it out here through Lincoln Kane. And they'll keep it in. Behind the Amherst net. Rochester back in front with Mantell. Trying to get puck. Wrap around attempt. Stopped by Aiden Tressel. $7:25 to go in the period. Here we go, puck drop back underway here. From the point, Soretto trying to get something off. Rossi gets back to the puck. Rossi moving through one, trying to deke his way back up to Jordan. That is kept in by Soretto from the point, and it's a weird angle in front, trying to get the puck away, and Burritt does. Burritt comes out with it back to Jameson Pine line, trying to get up the zone, but it's kept in by Fitz.